Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV Blind. We've got an upcoming dragon attack here in Ishgard. We've got Stinian waiting just outside Nidhogg's lair. But we have to wait for a flying machine to be fixed up. And we got a whole separate business to deal with. Tataru. It's back to Ul'dah. General Raban says they may have uncovered the Sultana's whereabouts. And he wants you, which I mean both of you, to go to the Waking Sands right away and help with the investigation. Come, I think. Pressing though Ishgard's plight may be, our presence here will not serve to hasten the Mana Cutter's completion. Let us return to the troubled lands of Thanalan and lend what aid we may. Tataru, have our friends at the congregation send a message to Stinian. Tell him we have identified a solution to our problem that will take some time to prepare. As you wish, Master Alphino. To the Waking Sands, Warrior of Light. 'Tis past time Ul'dah was delivered from this darkness. So we are at least telling Stinian about what's going on here. Not just leaving for who knows how long. To the Waking Sands. We got a teleport there. These continue to be useful. Works out nicely. What's not so useful is the number of things in my inventory. It's becoming a problem again. Still. We can definitely ditch some of these things, obviously. It's just a matter of what is or isn't worth it. We got a whole bunch of ingredients that we can't just purchase in shops. We got a bunch of potions we never use. Food items, again, that we pretty much never use. We could just use them. Wouldn't be a terrible idea. I don't know. It just continues to not being our most pressing issue. It should be. We only have 3 inventory slots left. Let's get rid of some things here. We've only got this singular Phoenix down thing here. Revive. Instantly revive a person, not during combat. And then, yeah, they just teleport and then go through the portals and walk back. Doesn't seem too helpful. We keep on getting these from random other things. For an inventory slot, I don't think we'd ever use this, honestly. Something even better version of this, or similar. And then all these really low-level weapon coffers. Probably don't need those either. Especially these ones. I think we just buy basic level, at least 90s from just basic shops. Specifically for level 50. Level 50, 110 is actually somewhat acceptable. But yeah, 90, probably not. We could make a weapon, and then we'd have a weapon instead. We wouldn't be taking up an inventory slot, at least, I suppose. I don't think we need these. We should check the stores back up there, though, first. Anything in here that we don't need? Shop sale price, none. Great. Shop sale price, stop selling price. Could just end up being just not very helpful. All these foods. These pieces of equipment would still be useful for other classes here, besides just Black Mage. So we'll keep those for now. We do have these other samurai pieces. Which only, I mean, they're also for pugilists, I guess, so. Those would also still be useful for 2 things. We'll keep them for now. We'll just go through the ingredients here. Maybe just get rid of everything we only have 1 of, because we're not going to be getting them. Could they be rare and special things? Maybe. Are we going to worry about it? No. I think it's time we stop worrying about it. Not that we've really done any crafting and gathering stuff at all. At all. Can we sell this? Sell for 14 gil? Sure. Unique and untradeable? I'm not going to revive somebody outside of battle. It's not helpful. Got all these potions. We've got a bunch of low-level potions we're never going to use. I sell all those too. Let's sell things we have like one of. Yeah, one bit of tears. We need to get special things from special places. We can go and try to get them again. Just not gonna worry about it. They also don't sell for anything basically, so. The question is how useful most of these things even are. One, Ishgardian steel ingot. We're going to be making a bunch of steel things. We're just going to get more of them. Some random wax. A single piece of glass. A single type of skin. One hummus. Got this orchestration roll. We can use that. Water. Branch we can get from a regular chopping a little tree. That's at least a few spaces here. We fill those up with more of the things we have more than one of. Here's an apple in here. A thing. Is 2 of a thing enough for us to actually consider keeping it? Also, no, not really. This is what we're working with here. Okay. Here's some skin. Here's some other skin. In no particular order here either. Which is also a system. We had 110 coffer. We need to look at those. Some of these random foods. Can make some food. Were these useful? These other pieces of equipment. We got a ninja, yeah. Pugilist, yeah. Monk. Yeah, I'll keep those for now. Well, 53, 54 stuff, I suppose. Okay. Then we'll move this potion over to the potions section. That's something. That's something. Alright. Perfect. Perfect, he says. To the Waking Sands. We still need to also get rid of a whole bunch of equipment in order to have space to have everything in the equipment storage at the same time. One of these points we really just need to go and power level the other classes somehow. Doing a bunch of dungeons probably. Something like that. At any rate, we're back here for this.
Thank you for coming.
No thanks are necessary, General. I trust your recuperation continues apace.
I cannot complain. Thanks to Higirian administrations, I've regained much of the strength I lost during my imprisonment.
I gather you have made progress in the search for Her Grace.
Aye, some good fortune at last. A few days past, Ul'dah informed us that a sizable shipment of alchemical supplies had been delivered to the palace.
With Papa Shan's assistance, I set out to ascertain the source and nature of the shipment. My inquiries led me to Frondale's frontistery. There, I learned that an order had been placed for a curious substance designed to sustain patients trapped in death-like slumber. An invention of the former head alchemist, apparently.
A death-like slumber? This cannot be a coincidence.
It lends some weight to Ul'dah's claims, aye. Her Grace is likely somewhere within the palace, abed but alive.
Before making any attempt to extricate the Sultana, however, it seemed prudent to learn what manner of substance was used to induce her torpor. To that end, I made inquiries as to the whereabouts of the one most like to have administered it, the lady-in-waiting, Muriel. We sent for you as soon as we learned of her location. All that remains is to apprehend the woman.
We shall find our cat's paw in the Silver Bazaar. But we must tread carefully. The market is not the bustling place it once was, and someone is sure to mark our coming. Should they inform the monetarists, we'll have a fight on our hands. We must be prepared for the worst, and being short an arm, I thought it wise to take another in its stead. What say you, Warrior of Light? Will you lend me yours?
Yep.
Then I pity the bastard that stands in our way. Come, my friends, for Nanamo, and for Ul'dah!
Alright. Let's march on in there. It's worked before. It'll work again. Hey, Gary. Our target is Mariel, the Sultana's former lady-in-waiting, woman of Midlander heritage. I'm told the two of you have met. Our sources indicate that she left the palace shortly after the incident and quietly rejoined the dwindling population of the Silver Bazaar. I suggest we begin by questioning the market's residents and confirm that Mariel is still in hiding there. So Silver Bazaar, the other spot. Yeah. Question Silver Bazaar is over here. Alright. We're kind of... Where are we at? Right here. Go over here and take the boat. It's the fastest way. Or whatever. Vesper Bay. In the right place. Something. Something. No call. Those worthless trade values. Not really the source of money items, are they? But anyways. I'm gonna go to this boat to that boat. Flying there. Ah, flying there. I mean, we could just fly there. The boat might be actually faster. Ship us right across the water here. Ferry guy. Land. And for 40 gil. That's fine. Alright. Oh, here's the first person to question. Daniel. Mariel, aye, she's here. Left the city for good, she says. Rarely leaves her house, though. It's the one closest to the market entrance. There you go. Still gonna get more information, since we can. Greetings, Arctic. What can I do for the Silver Bazaar's favorite adventurer? And for Mariel, you say? If you're hoping to lure her back to Ul'dah, you may as well give up now. The girl's done with city life. And spotted meadow over here. Do I know of any returning residents? Gods, don't tell me they're starting to come back. The master will not be pleased to hear of this. Oh. Nearest to the entrance house, they say. Over here? Or something? There you go. Hey! Hey there. Behind you.
You are Mariel, the Sultana's former lady-in-waiting?
I know no one of that name. Pray excuse me. General Alden!
We will have the truth from you, girl.
Mayhap it would be better coming from me.
Lonorito, you'd best talk fast.
As you know, Teleji Adeleji's Cartano reclamation bill was no more than a facade. A means to get his grubby little hands on that Allagan monstrosity Omega. When he learned of Nanamo's intention to abdicate, however, he was forced to amend his plans. Suddenly, assassination seemed the most promising way to further his ambitions. I am told Teleji had discovered a maid in whose veins ran the blood of House Thorn. A new, more pliable puppet to sit the throne. 'Twould have caused an uproar, of course, but few could have contested her claim. 'Twas plain that Teleji's wild machinations had outgrown our ability to control them. So I decided to usurp his scheme and left the fool to seal his own demise.
And what of Nanamo?
Oh, I have no desire to harm her grace. 'Twould profit me little to destabilize our government. Thus did I employ young Mariel here to administer a potent sleeping potion in place of a poison. You should know, General, that your dear friend Ul'dah was fully aware of my plan. I had him lie about the assassination as a means to prime your rage against Teleji. We weren't entirely sure how you would react, but things went rather better than expected.
You conniving little worm! You had your claws in the Crystal Braves before their first recruit had sworn to serve!
But of course, when a new game begins, 'tis only prudent to have a piece on the board. Ul'dah was mine. Truth be told, a significant proportion of the Braves' initial endowment was also mine. With such large sums moving about, 'twas a rather trifling matter to disguise my own contribution. Ah, Ul'dah. I secured his services with a promise to support his cause once my authority had been solidified. I swear, the man thinks of naught but prizing Alamigo from the grasp of the Empire. Unlike you, General, the poor fellow seems quite unable to forsake the land of his forefathers. Mayhap that's why he called you a traitor to your people and a disgrace to your homeland, amongst other things. What was it he always compared you to? Oh, yes, an overgrown lapdog begging for scraps at the Sultana's table. Oh, how we laughed. Alas, Ul'dah's entertaining little outbursts eventually gave way to wearisome tirades, and the zealous brute became rather unruly. I had no wish to see you executed, you understand, but he would not take no for an answer. Rest assured, his employment with me has long since ended. Which brings us neatly to the present. What say you, General? Both you and the Sultana are alive. We have one corpse and one fugitive. and preparations have been made to restore your good name. Shall we cry quits and start again with a blank ledger?
The hells we will! Do you honestly expect me to forgive and forget? After all you've done? You're guilty of high treason!
Stay your blade, Master Alden. You yourself are not innocent. Or have you forgotten your own crime in executing Teledji Adeledji without trial? Though you acted out of loyalty to the Sultana, such deeds are in violation of both the word and spirit of the law. If you would, Lord Lolorito?
This potion will wake the Sultana from her slumber. Consider it a gesture of conciliation. You will find her grace resting comfortably within her private chambers. Should you doubt my word, I shall willingly accompany you to the palace as your hostage.
I like not your motives, Lolorito. But you saved the Sultana's life, and for that, you have my gratitude.
Rauban Aldin, you are hereby reinstated as General of the Immortal Flames. The citizens of Ul'dah shall once more be united under Nanamo Ul'namo, and together we shall usher in a new age of prosperity.
So there we are, I guess. Everything's fine. Just forget about this whole everything that happened. Don't worry about it. All right. Sure. Things could have gone worse, I suppose. By the 12, I feared Lord Lolorito's arrival would herald another bloodbath. Little did I suspect that he, of all people, would gift us the means to rouse the Sultana. There you go. Hey, level 56. For the Black Mage here. Lovely. Got a new quest there. Awakening in Ul'dah. Who would see this dark chapter in Uldah's history brought to a close? Okay. Excellent. Shall we also make our way to Ul'dah? I should imagine Bartholomew has been instructed to admit us. Yep. Also brings the question of, where is everybody else? Where's all the other scions? How are they doing? Everybody's probably fine. Everything's fine. To the royal pronoun. Ul'dah. Steps of Ul'dah. Everything's fine. Everything's great. Alright. Okay. So we're going to go do the level 56 Barn quest here. We should also switch over to Ooh, samurai. It's at 54, and the quests are currently 54. So we can get a step ahead on that here. That'd be good. Gear list, samurai, equip. There we go. Recommend some new gear. Just everything. We got 3 levels higher. Katana. Got a higher level helmet. Higher level stuff here, and here, and here, and here. Oh, wow. And a lower level ring it's trying to give us. Equip those. Not really looking too samurai, but we got the sword, so checks out. Recommend back the better ring. And we do have some stuff in the inventory. That might be better here. Stuff that can be used for this. We got a 133 piece here. That's better. The body slot. Switch that out. It's still 52, and this is 54. We are level 54, so it's fine. Body slot. Body slot. Okay. We got 133 pants in comparison. That's better. Pants, put on the new pants. These are boots. Still. On the old pants. These are the better pants. 133 pants. Yeah. Got too many pants. These are all level 54. This stuff is level 52, so technically it fits in a slot between here. Get to 50 and get the set. These at 52, these at 54. For Monk or something. It's fine. So 130 that. These are still useful. These are still useful for all those. Okay. It's something. Update this gear. Okay. This is the samurai set. Now we need to go to the promenade. Right there. Upper area. Get the experience in here. Be better. Alright. That'll work. Probably. Assuming stuff doesn't go horribly, horribly wrong here. Which, you know, could happen. Okay. Bartholomew. How's it going? Oh no, Nigiri. Flame Drum Raban mentioned you might be coming. Please this way if you will. Yep.
this dream?
"'Tis time to wake up, Your Grace. Another day begins in Thanalan, and the sun blazes bright upon the sands. Her Grace is awoken. The palace physician assures me she is none the worse for her slumber. I believe Her Grace will soon resume her plans to place the government of Ul'dah into the hands of its citizens. Whatever path she chooses to take, I shall walk it with her. And we shall tread slowly, lest the nation be unsettled in our wake.
Her Grace's compassion is a shining beacon to us all. But what our city truly thrives upon is competition. 'Tis in the struggle against our rivals that opportunities are seized and fortunes made. And with the Empire on the offensive once more, now would hardly seem the time to turn our system of government upon its head.
Are you privy to new intelligence, my lord?
I would hardly call it new. Remind me, what was the name of that enormous Imperial warship which met its end in Mordona? Oh, wait, I have it. The Agrias. Yes, well, 'twould appear that the Garleans have been hard at work on another such vessel.
How close are they to completing this ship? Is it operational?
Its maiden flight was a success, I hear. I should imagine Emperor Varys is eager to see how it performs in battle. My lords and lady, I move that it is time to repair the damage caused by Teleji Adeleji and prepare our great nation to repel the Empire once more.
It's always something. It's always something.
'Tis well that the Sultana has awoken. The Syndicate yet needs to put its house in order, but 'twould seem the worst of the confusion has passed. Ul'dah has taken control of its future, and I must do the same. I have decided to disband the Crystal Braves. Among the recruits, there were those who supported our Order's goals and convictions with all sincerity. 'Tis my hope that these loyal men and women will choose to remain our allies in the battles to come. As for those who sided with the traitor, Ilberd, they shall be hunted down and held to account for their crimes. It is my earnest hope that they will surrender themselves peaceably when the time comes, though I think it unlikely. Ah, my all-conquering Crystal Braves. The model army meant to pave the way for a single unified Grand Company of Eorzean. That so high an ideal should be brought so low. I need not tell you how deeply the betrayal stung me. Yet I see now that it was mine own naivety and pride which allowed the Braves to fall prey to corruption. As ever, it is to your own shining example that I turn for inspiration. Like you, I mean to stand firm in the face of hardship, and give mine all for the cause. Let us resume the search for our missing comrades, that we might come together to shine the light of dawn across the realm once more.
Yep.
The role of Crystal Brave Commander suited me ill, and I shall play it no longer. Henceforth, I shall be no more or less than Alphino, proud member of the Scions.
Oh. Alphino, member of the Scions, how you doing? I blush to speak thus of mine inner turmoil. But the fact remains, there is no man alive in whom I would rather confide. Were it not for your shining example, I might never have emerged from beneath the pall of my despair. Yep. A brave resolution, but I would know how things stand at the Rising Stones. We'll see. Still no word from Master Garland. I hope this mana cutter of theirs is nearing completion. I am assured that her grace will make a full recovery. Good. I, and Ul'dah too, shall flourish once more. John Raban and his colleagues have matters well in hand, I believe. Lady Geary, a question, if I may. I believe your people have been keeping close watch on the Crystal Braves. Might you know how things stand at the Rising Stones? Ah, yes, of course. Be pleased to know that the 3rd Unit Braves abandoned Revan's Toll, learned of Captain Ilrid's defeat. The only blue uniforms to be seen there now are those worn by soldiers loyal to you, Master Alphino. To me, I see. I'm grateful to hear that at least some of our members were true to their true to their oaths. Ere we return to Ishgard, I must go to the Rising Stones and thank these stalwarts for their service. Shall be my final act as Crystal Brave Commander. Will you join me, Artik? You were there at the company's inception. It is only fitting that you're present at its end. And I would appreciate the support. Yeah. Okay. I gotta say, the samurai outfit is looking absolutely wild here. With all the spikes and the crazy face mask monocle combo. Looking like the absolute maniac that we mostly are here. Anyways, to the Rising Stones. Revenant's Toll. Yep. Something here. Everything sort of works out. Kinda. Ay. It's even this outside of Ul'dah, that's still right. We got all these extra bases all over the place. It's a whole situation. Enter the Rising Stones. Commander, you're alive? And Artik too. I knew you'd scrape through. My splendid Crystal Braves, I have wronged you, all of you. My promises of glory and salvation have brought you naught but blood and betrayal. Bah, you'll not hear us complaining. 'Twas a sight messier than expected, aye. But we was still fighting for the freedom of all, just like we swore. Ain't that right, mates? Yeah, aye. You humble me. Truly blessed to have such steadfast comrades. It's with the most profound regret that I must... That's enough of that, Commander. We know what you've a mind to say, and we ain't having none of it. We've talked it over, see, and we are all agreed you can take our uniforms and strip us of our ranks, but we won't be no less of a company. But the Crystal Braves... The Crystal Braves may be finished, but the ideals upon which the company were founded live on. They bind us to each other and to you. Commander, Alphino, our minds are made up. So you may as well get used to it. Let's help the Scions. Let's help you find Memphilia and the others. Yeah, that's still a whole thing we're doing. My friends, after this, all that's happened, I know not what to say. We've entered the Rising Stones. Wow. Okay. Pray excuse me. I thought my tears spent. My grandfather used to say that one could measure a man by the constancy of his comrades. Mayhap I am the exception which proves the rule. Nay, do not protest. I know that I am not worthy of their loyalty. I say. But as is my witness, I shall do everything in my power to earn it. Quest complete. Alright. So it's matters to attend to at the Rising Stones. Ready to fly? Are we ready to fly? Maybe we're ready to fly. See if they keep on getting that mana cutter going. Or if we're gonna go find everybody else that's still missing. That's also something to deal with. And the Empire. And the dragons. And Sinian. And everything. And also the next Black Mage quest. Should probably do that first. Next time. Goodbye.